Usual, the torta that Diane made for us with the noodles. And you know, that's not such a new idea. It's a very old idea, actually, in Italy. And today, I'm going to make you something called Torta di Tagliarini di Modena. And to do it, we have to make pasta dough first. So in a food processor, I have 2 eggs. And I just want to whirl these up because I don't want to make a lot of pasta dough. I just want to make about a ½ pound. Now I'm going to add my flour. Oh, about 1 cup and a couple tablespoons and a pinch of salt. And now I want that to form a ball. And now this dough we need to knead and allow to rest for a few minutes, about 30 minutes or so. So get it into a nice ball and then put it on a dish with some flour and let it rest for about 30 minutes or so. Now while that dough is resting, I can take this one aside. Let me tell you that this torta also uses a pastry dough. Aren't you thrilled? And let me tell you, it's just a pasta frolla, which is a pastry dough in Italian, and it uses flour and sugar, an egg, butter, and a little bit of salt. And you mix it up basically the same way I did it in the food processor. And then I made the dough up and I put it in a spring-form pan because we're going to be using 2 doughs today. So there it is. I took these ingredients, put them together, and put them in my spring-form pan and formed a dough. Now you'll just have to hang on to see what happens next, because now we have to talk about the filling for this. And for this filling, we want some unusual ingredients here. Let me show you what they are. Almonds. Here's some really finely ground up almonds. Sugar. Some cocoa. And now we want a couple of eggs. And you know, this torta was first made in the 18th century, believe it or not. And then we want some melted butter. So melted butter goes in there. And some cream. And all I want to do here is whisk that up a little bit so I get all that combined. And now with this, we want to have in our dry ingredients mixture some candied fruit peel. And here we have lemon and we have orange. And you know, sometimes I like to make them myself, but you can find these in an Italian specialty store. Sometimes you see it around Christmas time in your grocery store. So you put the peels in with the cocoa mixture. And now you add your wet ingredients to this. So this is going to be part of the filling for the torta. So this goes in here, just like that. And now we mix this up. I'm going to bring up my pasta machine. And here I've rolled out the 2 sheets that I'm going to use. We want to put this through the vermicelli cut. Now, it's really critical that the dough is not too dry nor too wet. So there's 1. Now before I go any further, let me tell you what I do with this. Aren't you glad Lucretia had long hair? Now this goes into the base, you see, of our pan with the pastry dough. You just want to kind of separate the pasta. So here's the filling. Remember that? Cocoa mixture with the candied fruit. So now this goes right over the top. Yes, indeed, over the raw pasta. I know, you're saying raw pasta? Yes. This is going to keep that very moist and give this a very nice texture. You take a piece of buttered parchment paper, and that goes over the top. And your oven is on 350 degrees. Now you notice I did this in a spring-form pan. So now this goes in, And we allow that to cook, for about 30 minutes or so, just until a cake skewer in the center comes out clean.